Hey guys, this is Davor from Tennis Haus. In this video, you will see the back view and the side view of my first serve. And I just want to teach you how to create more power on the serve and how to be more consistent with the serve. As always, please subscribe and turn the notification button on if you like what we do. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the video.
Alright guys, I want to go through the checkpoints to have a successful serve. So one thing that's very important and you cannot forget about is the start and the ritual with bouncing the ball. So I'll bounce it twice, 3 times if I'm very nervous, maybe 4 to 5 times. And especially if you had a long rally before you lost the point, let's say, this is a very good way to reset and get your mind ready for a successful serve. Then the next thing that's very important, if you go through the chain on the serve, starting from the bottom. So if you look at the my back foot, the heel's pointing up. So right here. And that means all my weight is on the front leg. So you start off with all the weight on the front leg. What I like to do is, if you look at the top video, so I call it stare my opponent down, you know, right there. Look where I'm serving. My chest is strong and upright. I'm upright right here, so that's a good starting position for me right here. And with all that said, I initiate my motion and I shift the weight backwards. So when you see in this moment right here is that I have the racket very high. I do that on purpose on this video here, because if you're a beginner player, or like a weaker player physically, or if you're a kid, you have a long way of acceleration. What I mean by that is the tossing arm goes a long way until it's at the hips. So this is how far the tossing arm goes down. So if you can handle it, you can start like this and go straight up with the tossing arm. So like I do right here, basically. So it depends on you, but I think it's a great tip for players who are not physically strong or kids. They have a longer way of acceleration, and that makes it easier to toss the ball up. So the next thing we're going to look at is the tossing arm goes up first. I would do that because if you put both arms up first, then you get into this fried pan position and this waiter waitress position quickly, because you know that's just what you're leaning to. And you get the tossing arm first up. And ideally, I don't do that perfectly with my toss, but ideally you want to have a straight arm when the toss. Mine is slightly bent, as you can see here. And when you're on top there, the arm is straight. So try to keep the arm as straight as you can. Then you have the J toss where you go like this, or you keep the arm straight like I do and just toss it straight up. So I prefer that. And as you can see, the tossing arm goes up first, and then my hitting arm goes up, and we call this palms down. So the racket face kind of points down when I bring the racket head up. Right here, palms down, and the racket head goes up into the trophy position. All right. Important, what I forgot is the release point. You can see that when you release the ball, it's around eye level. So it's eye to the top of the forehead. That's where you kind of release that ball and get into the trophy. And what else is important when you release it, that you smooth, when you hold the ball, don't grip the ball too tight. Be loose and spread your fingers in the right moment so you get into the trophy position. Make sure that when you are in the trophy position, as you can see here, that is a very important point. So the ball is at the highest, when you look at it, it's at the highest point right now. And that's when you are in the trophy position. And what's very important in this position is too many people have now this waiter position where the strings point to the sky. Actually, you want to have the tip pointing up, and you hold this position. This is key. Too many players drop that racket too early and they can't benefit from all the kinetic chain and the power. So you hold this position until the ball starts to get into your strike window, which will be something right here on the bottom. So you see, so you have the racket head up, and then the ball is going to drop, and that's when you initiate. We call this the racket tip. The racket side, the side of the racket goes in, so this outside of the racket goes in, and the outside of the racket is going to shoot up, but the elbow is going to go up first. So if you do this, some players refer on it. Look at this racket right here. The inside edge goes in, so or comb your hair or salute, and then when the ball is in your strike zone, your elbow will shoot out, and that's when the other side of the racket's side frame goes up, and then you high five the ball, pronate, and go around. So let's take a closer look at that. So you're here, as I said, you had the window, the ball comes down. This is called the leg position. In this position right here, ideally your racket points straight down here, and then you get into the acceleration phase right there. As you see, the elbow leading forearm goes up, and then the racket gets to the point of contact right there. And the toss, if you look at the toss placement, it's almost around 12 o'clock-ish, because that's the way where you want to go naturally with the racket above your head for that long axis shoulder rotation right here. If the toss is too far to the right, you'll not be able to achieve this long axis shoulder rotation with the pronation in the end. Don't get too caught up on the pronation. If you do this here right, it's a long axis shoulder rotation. The pronation now, where the strings point to the other side, this is just the end product of the whole motion from here to here. And it only works if you toss the ball around 12 o'clock, 12:30, close to that area where your head is, or where your right ear is kind of. And that's when you get that perfect pronation. And then the landing, you land on your leg, you butt kick your right leg, and I'm right-handed, so you butt kick your right leg in this video here, right here, and I'm landing on my left leg, and I try to have a good posture with my upper body right here, and I'm looking where the ball goes, catch myself, and then get back into the split position and the split step. So, crucial points, I'll just recap quickly to make it easy. So you start with the tossing, with the bouncing the ball to get your ritual, and to forget the last point, focus on the next thing that's coming. Then you start high, weight is on the front leg, you start with the arms up here, so you have a longer way of acceleration for the tossing arm, and you bring both arms to the hip. Then the left arm goes up first, and you release around eye level. Then the right arm goes up, palms down, the ball travels up, you get into the trophy position. When you are in the trophy position, that's when the ball is at the highest point. Then the inside edge of the racket goes in, or you salute, or you knock the party head off right here. Then you extend and jump up. That's when the racket gets into the leg position, where the racket head is way below the elbow of the hitting arm. Then you get into the acceleration phase, where the elbow shoots up, the forearm goes up, and now the wrist is the last thing. So this is the long axis shoulder rotation right here, right above your head. So the last thing that straightens out is the racket head. Then you pronate, which is a natural thing if you do everything right beforehand, and you land on your left leg. You have a good balance, butt kick your right leg, and that's it. So I hope going a little bit through the serve helps you a little bit to understand the mechanics of the serve. If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the comment section below. Thank you for your time, guys, and I hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn the notification button on, and share this video with some friends.